Etheria Restart is going to launch in under 24 hours. So there is already so many progression paths, beginner guides, and all that stuff. So I'm not gonna talk about it. But what I will talk about is things that you should avoid so that you don't mess up your Etheria Restart launch experience. How about that? And so what I did was I went into my Discord, I went into my guild chat, and I asked my guild what are some things that I should talk about that people should not do. And they were happy to give me answers, so shout out to my guild. But without further ado, let's get into the video to talk about mistakes you should avoid and how not to be a spud. Now I'm gonna try my best to help you not be a spud in Etheria Restart, because the game's launching, the game's going to be new, and how you progress in the early game is going to dictate your efficiency and your progression throughout Etheria Restart. Okay, so let's go straight into it. The first one, do not use your selector day one or even the first few days. Now, the game is going to give you a shitload of summons. Okay, calm down. Don't use your selector. Let your account figure itself out. Alright? In day 14, you're going to get an SSR guaranteed summon. Chill the fuck out. Okay? That targeted banner is not going to go anywhere. Let your account figure out itself. Get the SSRs, look through your account, see what you're missing, and then target summon that. That is very, very important, because if you mess this up, you can't get it back ever again. Okay? Next one. Save your Etheria coins and your training data. And when I say save your Etheria coins, I mean be very, very thrifty and very, very selective on how you spend your Etheria coins and training data. Don't waste coins like you're an oil prince. Okay? We're all brokies in this department, even if you're a whale or you're free to play. We're all going to have the same pains. I had the same pain in the beta. Alright? Your Etheria coins, when you're trying to, level up your modules, if it's an epic, which is a goal, if it's epic, +9, +12 maximum. Maximum. And why I say +9 is because sometimes you're going to only get one substat and you just want to get the rest of the substat. That's about it. Okay? With the left side of your modules, be even more strict, especially when it comes to your mythic gears in the future. Alright? Those are so expensive to level up to begin with, and if you don't get the right substats on your left side, don't even try and spend on it. Same goes with your training data. Those training data may look like it's a lot, but the second you start going into your mythics as well, your epics, your mythics, they will drain you so fast. And most of the time, you want to be saving your training data later on in the future so that you can reconfigure your passive on that shell. Alright? Next. Follow the progression path laid out by the game. You are not smarter than the system, and thinking you are will slow down your progression. What do I mean by this? Very, very simply, the game has already given you a progression path through your hyperlink charter. Okay? That tells you how you should be progressing, what you should be doing, and what the game thinks you should be at what level. Alright? Don't try and outgame the game. Alright? Play the game the way it's supposed to be intended. And if you look at when you enter your daily challenges, you can see that they have laid it out in matter of importance. That means your Grim Pursuit is going to be one of the most important farms for you. Then your thresholds, then your experience, then the GP outpost. Okay? That is why I say your Grim Pursuit is so important. Don't try and jump to threshold and try to do that without getting your Grim Pursuit right. Okay? That is where all your base stats are going to come from, majority of it. And then your threshold just multiplies that. Next. Don't refill stamina all in one go. Take advantage of the passive stamina regen. So if you are going to, refresh stamina, don't do it all. If you're going to do, you're going to max it out, you're going to do all 10 refreshes, go one by one. Go one by one. you're going to get, passive stamina regen. Maybe by the time you finish your 100 stamina that they're going to give you, you might get back already 2. All right, you compound that over the 10 refreshes you're going to do, you could have done an extra 2 runs. Just be patient. It may take a little bit more work, clicking them one by one instead of just max refreshing and then you can just spam it. But this is going to take you a long way when you compound it over time. All right? Next. Save your mental stabilizers, which are your stamp pots, for the 2x event. Don't commit like a moron, just play smarter. Okay? If you're a free to play, this is especially important to you. Because those mental stabilizers don't really have a expiry date, not that I have seen in the beta. This could change, but based on what I know, they don't have an expire. They don't expire. So if you can save them and use it on your 2x events, even if you progress just a little bit slower, you're still gonna, backload all of it eventually. Okay? Most importantly, get yourself to level 35. This is why I said get yourself to level 35 bare minimum, because you start unlocking Nightmare, and that's where, your actual progression starts, ramping up. And then once you get to level 40, 45, you start unlocking Hell. Then this is when it will be a good time to spend all your mental stabilizers in the 2x event. Okay? But take your time. Don't waste all your stamina pots or your mental stabilizers without the 2x event. This is very, very important, and I want you guys to pay attention to this. Okay? I'm going to be, utilizing this tip myself. So why wouldn't you? Next. Don't skip PvP. Okay? Why do I say don't skip PvP? Because in the arena shop, you get a lot of rewards. You get your summons. You get your LD summons. You get your Letices from there. And now you're also going to get dupes from there. The reason why this game is so PvP focused is because a lot of the good stuff in the game is in PvP. So just do it. Alright? Grow a pair and just face your opponent like a Spartan. You will get rewarded. Alright? And last but not least, and this is coming, it's a little bit not so much about the game, but it's more about as a guild. Okay? As a guild leader, alright, I have gone through many iterations of, taking and managing a guild. And this is one thing that, really stands out for me, and I thought I had to say it. Okay? Be active in your guild Discord. Why do I mean by that? And why is this so important in Etheria Restart? Because there is guild versus guild. Okay? A lot of the discussions or announcements are going to be in your guild Discord. We need to know that you are going to be present when we are doing our guild wars, especially if you are competitive and you're trying to push for that leaderboard. You have to be active. You have to contribute as an active member of your society. Okay? I'm very strict on this, and throughout all the applications, I made sure that this was my main priority, that you were active, and if I were to ping you or the officers ping you, you are there ready to go. Okay? Don't be a lazy loser. Don't just sit in your guild and try to wait for a handout. That's not going to work. Alright? Eventually, we are going to get sick and tired of you and you're going to lose your spot in the guild. That's coming from a perspective of a guild leader. Okay? Bottom line, you're not special. I'm not special. We all have to play its part, and a guild can only be so strong as a team. Okay? Well, that's all I have for you. This is everything that you should do so that you are not going to be, a spud in Etheria Restart. But that's it, guys. The game's coming out in 24 hours. If you like this, make sure to hit the like, comment, subscribe. And if you want to watch me live on Abstract, I will be going live on the full launch, and I'm going to be playing as much as possible, as humanly possible, without detrimenting my health. But besides that, catch you guys in the next one.